Plumbing and Heating, Aspen Lakes, and LB Liquor for sponsoring our party decks this season. Today's starting lineups are brought to you by Regina Plumbing and Heating, the official plumbing and heating
I guess so.
of the Regina Red Sox. Put your AC tune-up now and avoid untimely breakdowns. Here is the starting lineup for the visiting Sylvan Lake Gulls.
You better be careful so accidental careers get born. What if we're actually good?
Starting off and leading off for the Gulls in center field is number 12, Noah Ron.
Should be going live at 11 o'clock, so.
Second, number 38, Simon Bacon. The first baseman batting third, number 9, Bryce Turner. The designated hitter for the Gulls in the first game of the doubleheader, number 11, Brock Regina. Batting fifth and playing left field, number 5, Bryce Hammer. Batting sixth and playing third base, number 2, Brooks Bachman. Playing shortstop this afternoon and batting seventh, number 7, Jade Flores. The catcher batting eighth, number 13, Trent Ray. And batting ninth and playing second base, number 14, Jimmy Alche. The starting pitcher for the Sylvan Gulls in this first game of the doubleheader is number 19, Matthew McKenzie.
All right, thank you everyone for coming out to tonight's game. I know the weather isn't great, but it's still a great day for some baseball. So since we had no home game last night, there's no player of the game, so our boys over there are just going to have to work extra hard today to win player of the game. However, there's still lots of excitement on the field because all the way from Fox Valley, Saskatchewan, he brings all the energy to Curry Field. Let's give it up for Slider. I know there's a few of you, but let's hear it. Come on.
In the house, so let's hear you get loud as we introduce the starting lineup for your Regina Red Sox. Leading off this afternoon, he'll be in center field, number 10, Jordan Tucker. Batting second, catcher, number 21, Jake Calora. In right field, number 12, Jackson Searing. Batting fourth and playing first base, number 44, Jalen Seward. At third base, batting fifth, number 19, Riley Bender. The designated hitter for the Red Sox this afternoon, number 5, James Wright. In left field and batting seventh, number 20, Raphael Jackson. Batting eighth and playing second base, number 6, Sam Baker. And batting ninth and playing shortstop, number 7, Matthew Fox. The starting pitcher this morning for your Regina Red Sox, number 31, Kai Langford. Your umpires for this first game behind the plate calling balls and strikes will be Darryl Beckett. First base, Tyler Murphy, and at third base, Connor Joslin. We'd like to acknowledge that today's game is being played on Treaty 4 territory, which is home to the Cree, Soto, Dakota, Lakota, and Métis Nation. Ladies and gentlemen, we now ask you please rise if you're able, remove your headwear, and join us for the Canadian National Anthem.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land. strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Curry Field on this Sunday morning for the first game of a doubleheader between the visiting Sylvan Lake Gulls and your hometown Regina Red Sox. Unfortunately, we did not have any game last night due to the rain that came down and didn't stop. So today we get yet a doubleheader. 2 games for these teams to go against each other and see who comes on top. Joining me on this broadcast is my color commentator, Mitch McDonald. Mitch, what do you think about this matchup today?
Yeah, it should be a good matchup here between Sylvan Lake and Regina. A couple teams vying for division titles as the season wears on, and we get everyone's favorite a Sunday day game doubleheader. On the mound is Langford for Regina out of Mineral area, sorry.
Now, because this is a doubleheader, we will only be playing 2 7-innings games, I should say. So it won't be the full 9-inning Western Canadian Baseball League experience, but I still think that's enough for these 2 teams to show what they're made of against each other, and hopefully one of them can squeak out a win, or I should say hopefully Regina can come out with 2 wins here.
The 7-inning games present its own kind of challenge. I'll say everything is sped up by 2 innings, and while you don't think it's a whole lot, it basically turns the 5th inning into the 7th inning. So the game moves a lot quicker through 7.
Here come the first pitch of the morning. That's inside for ball 1. Up to bat here for Sylvan Lake is Noah Connings. He's patrolling center field this morning as he hits the ball over to the shortstop. Throw over is made in time for the first out of the ball game.
And that's exactly what you want to do if you're Langford. Force early, weak contact, get your defense involved, feel the baseball a little bit.
At the plate, the right fielder, number 38, Simon Baker.
Up next for the Gulls is number 38, the right fielder, Simon Baker. He tries to lay down a bunt, but that'll go backwards for a foul ball. Pitch is skied out to left field. He'll get under that, and it'll be caught for out number 2.
very economic inning thus far from Langford.
Now we see the first baseman, Bryce Turner. That breaking ball cuts in for strike number 1. On the mound for Regina today is number 31, Kai Langford. He's a right-handed pitcher, standing in at 6'5", 210 pounds, from Houston, Texas, and he is a sophomore at Mineral Area College. 2-1 the count. Fouled straight down. That'll move the count even to 2-2. Lined right to the shortstop for out number 3. Very quick inning. 3 up, 3 down.
Yeah, that's exactly what you like to see. Again, 7-inning game, forcing an early contact, relatively weak contact. It's keeping your pitch count down. And, you know, if you can get your starting pitcher to go 6 in a 7-inning game, that means you're not straining your bullpen for the back half. So it's a great first inning.
We'll move to the bottom of the first here on FloCollege after this quick break.
The Sylvan Gulls this afternoon this morning. The first baseman Bryce Turner, the second baseman Jimmy Dalton. At shortstop it's Jane Flores, and at third base Brooks Blackman. In the outfield and left field is Bryce Harrison. The center fielder is Noah Lyons. In right, Simon Baker. The catcher is Trip Ray, and on the mound for the Sylvan Lake Gulls, Matthew McKenzie.
The Gulls get on tape.
Leading off, the center fielder, number 10, Jordan Tucker.
Welcome back to Curry Field for Game 1 of a Sunday doubleheader here between the Regina Red Sox and the Sylvan Lake Gulls. Stepping up first to the plate for the Regina Red Sox is the center fielder, number 10, Jordan Tucker. He hails from Detroit Lakes, Minnesota, and he's a sophomore at Rogers State.
Been a very dangerous hitter for the Red Sox thus far in the season.
Ground ball over to the third base. Ooh. That throw will get away from him. Not the start the Gulls are looking for.
At the plate, the catcher, number 21, Shane.
Now, and one other thing with, you know, you have a rain out the night before, you got the tarp on, but you have no idea what the condensation on the grass is like and how much water is on that baseball he's thrown across the diamond.
Now at bat for the Red Sox is number 21, the catcher tonight, or this morning, I should say, Jaden Kalura. He's from Hammond, Louisiana, and a senior at Nicholls State. He'll foul that off and will quickly fall down to an 0-2 count.
The catcher got dinged up a little bit there.
Pickoff made over to first base, not in time. That ball is low, and we will move to a 1-2 count here for Cora. Oh, another pickoff move, but that'll get away. It'll go out of bounds, and Tucker will be able to move over to second.
A couple unforced errors here from Sylvan Lake early. A little bit of a gift for the Red Sox.
That ball will find the gap between third and short. Tucker will be held at third.
That's a nice piece of hitting there from Kalura. Down on the count, 1-2. Expand the zone a little bit for yourself as a hitter. And then just give what's taken. Or take what's given, rather. That makes more sense. On an outside pitch.
Now at the plate is Jackson Searing. He's patrolling right field today. A product of Derby, Kansas, and is a senior at Louisiana State Shreveport.
And league-wide, this is one of the more dangerous hitters you'll see. Just has a really good feel for the zone. He's kind of always in control. You don't see him out on his front foot too often. Good balance.
That ball's fouled off. We will go to a 1-2 count. Now, Searing was a member of that LSU Shreveport team that went, what was it, 50, 60 and 0, and won the College World Series? 59 and 0. Just a ridiculous season, undefeated season, something you'd never see in baseball, really.
No, that quantity of games too. Like eventually, you think to yourself, something's gonna happen, something weird's gonna happen, and they just didn't allow it to. Or when it did, they kind of gathered themselves and just went back to work.
That's the thing about baseball. Any team can beat any given team on any day. But for LSU Shreveport, they found a way to win day in and day out. Oh, and that'll be called strike 3 on Searing. He doesn't like that.
No, he does not. I think they're trying to figure out if this is on the swing or the location.
Now stepping into the plate is the first baseman, Jalen Seward. He is a Albuquerque, New Mexico product and is a sophomore at Salt Lake Community College. Foul straight back. We'll go to a 1-1 count with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Ground ball to the second baseman. That should be 2-1. And it will be, and the Sylvan Lake Gulls will get out of this inning without any damage done on the scoreboard.
And credit to her. Credit is due there for Sylvan Lake. We talked earlier about the couple unforced errors, and they were able to gather themselves, stop the bleeding a little bit, and strand them.
We have one complete here at Curry Field. We'll be back on this after this short break on FloCollege.
All right, Red Sox fans, I'm in the stands with June. June, are you having a good time?
Yeah.
That's what we love to hear. So, June, we're going to play a game of I Spy. So you see the sponsor banners along the back of the field? I'm going to pick one of those, okay? All right, I spy with my little eye a sponsor banner that is blue.
The Pats.
That is correct. The Regina Pats. She's going home with the Regina Red Sox prize pack. Let's give it up for June, everybody.
The bottom of the first inning was brought to you by Tourism Saskatchewan. With skies that go on forever and a surprise around every corner, there is no better place to explore something new. Discover abundant flavors all around Saskatchewan's prairie life and city lights. Find your connection here. Visit tourismsaskatchewan.com.
Sure. Thank you. Welcome back to Curry Field for game 1 of this Sunday morning doubleheader between the Regina Red Sox and the Sylvan Lake Gulls. After one complete, the score is 0-0. Now stepping up to plate for the Gulls is the designated hitter today, Brock Tearing. Here comes the first pitch. Called strike on Tearing. Fouled off. He will fall down to 0-2 early. Sylvan Lake had a couple unforced errors early in that bottom of the first. That is something they will want to try and avoid going forward, as that I've noticed that loses ball games very quickly, runs up the score very easily.
SGEU, a proud supporter of the Regina Red Sox. SGEU, making life better for families with strong public services.
Ooh, check swing, but third base ump will say no, he did not go. Ball hit out to left field, but that will be foul. We'll stay at a 2-2 count.
Good pitch from Langford there. You can see him using all 4 sectors of the zone.
Ball's down and low. We will go to a full count. Not the at-bat Lang was looking for after going up early to 0-2. Here comes a full count pitch. That's inside, and that'll be a walk to start off the inning.
You know, people listening probably heard it 1,000 times, but the leadoff walks have some kind of a scoring rate near 40%, I believe. Let's see if Langford can buck that trend.
Use the left field, Bryce Hampton. He's a product of Bozeman, Montana, and is a freshman at Washington State University.
I think it's going to be a tough day for the baseball budget. They're going to be cycled out every 5 pitches, I think.
Pickoff move made to first base, not in time. Tajerna will slide in safely.
Lunch is on us. Just go down, order it, sign the bill. We'll take care of your lunch today.
Oh man, I need a beer.
Here comes the 1-1 pitch. That's outside. We will go to 2-1 here.
Don't think about beer.
Great
Nice
pitch
break.
there.
Nice breaking ball comes in for strike number 2.
And so now if you're Langford, you can kind of play with your pitch selection a little bit.
Another pickoff move made. He got Tajerna in the back of his mind. That's something you just need to just put in your back pocket, not worry about, and just focus on the batter at the plate. Weak ground ball to the first baseman. He'll go over to second for the out, but it will not be in time for the double play.
That's actually a kind of unheralded great play from Seward there to get the lead runner at second. It's almost kind of a swinging bunt. Most of the time, you think to yourself, with weak contact like that, you just get the one at first base. But that's a great heads-up play by Seward.
Here comes Rypathak. Let's have a conversation with the third base ump.
And I would assume this would be about runner interference on the double play turn.
I didn't see exactly what happened there at the play, but Ryan needs to be careful he doesn't get on the ump's bad side here early on this doubleheader.
Well, the rules changed so much too. Like I can remember, when I was playing, it's pretty much no rules at second base, and you watch guys get absolutely annihilated trying to turn a double play, and now runners can't even be in the throwing lane. So it's a stark difference from what it used to be. You think of the Chase Utley slide that pretty much was the instigator for the new rules and everything like that.
Yeah, you used to see some absolutely ridiculous slides of the runner trying to take out that fielder, trying to break up the double play.
Oh yeah, like I said, it sometimes look like a body check or open field tackle.
The umps will come together to have a little conversation here.
And they will.
Oh,
They will call it runner interference on the runner going into second base, not clearing a throwing lane, I would assume. And that's a great example of what we were just talking about, how different that rule is now.
Very unconventional double play, but I'm sure the Red Sox don't mind that.
Fans, Bryce Hampton failed to reach base, so beer is due for $12 for 10 minutes, courtesy of Molson Coors.
Breaking ball outside. He'll go down 2-0 early in the count here. At bat for the Gulls is the as he'll hit a ball to the first baseman for the third out of the inning. Don't even get the chance to introduce him.
No, it turned into a tidy inning there for Langford. You get the 2 for 1, and then you force somewhat early contact, relatively weak contact again, and 3 unassisted.
We'll move to the bottom of the second here at Curry Field after this short break on FloCollege.
Have you purchased your 50-50 ticket yet? See one of the Red Sox game-day staff selling tickets throughout the stands. We'll sell 50-50s until the end of the 6th, and the winning ticket will be announced after that. All proceeds help to fund the Red Sox.
I don't know if we're going to get any new subscribers.
Play down that copy of the official online game partner of your Regina Red Sox.
All right. I'm back in the stands with Angus. Angus, are we having a good time tonight?
Yes.
I love it. Okay, so Angus, we're going to play the 5-second rule. So I'm going to need you to tell me your favorite 3 pizza toppings in 5 seconds. Are you ready?
Cheese pepperoni.
That was perfect. He's going home with the Regina Red Sox prize pack. He was raring to go. Let's give Angus a big round of applause.
Fans, just so you know, today's 50-50 with this being a double header. The draw will be made near the end of the second game. If you are not going to be here for the second game, the number will be put up on social media after today's games have concluded. The numbers will also be on the Red Sox website later today. At the plate, the third baseman, number 19, Riley Bender.
Welcome back to Curry Field. The Red Sox are at bat. At bat is the third baseman Riley Bender. He's a product of Kingwood, Texas, and is a senior at Mary Hardin Baylor University.
Bender's another hitter that's had himself a really good start for the Red Sox. Been a key contributor.
Foul ball, and I think that got him. That might have got him on the foot or the shin or something. He's limping a little bit.
Yeah, that's not going to feel good. About 15 degrees outside.
Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Ball lifted out to center. Could be a tough play. And it'll drop.
Riley Bender finds the patch of green, so there'll be one on for the designated hitter. Number 5, James Wright.
Little fly ball with eyes. Find the soft zone between the triangle. And the Red Sox have their leadoff hitter on.
Now at bat is the DH today, James Wright. Now he's usually a catcher or first base, but today he gets the day off. He'll just be hitting. He's a product of Colorado Springs, Colorado, and as he'll lift a ball out to. Oh, nice catch made by the second baseman for the first out.
Plays like that are some of the most difficult as an infielder. You have a fly ball directly over your head. You have a hard time gauging how hard it's coming off the bat because it's hit directly at you. So those are not given easy plays. They make them look easier than they are.
Batting for the Red Sox is the left fielder, Raphael Jackson. As he'll hit a ball out to right field, and that'll bounce off the wall. He's looking for 2. As he'll get a stand-up double and move two runners into scoring position.
That's a good little piece of hitting there. Get a ball in the inner third. Don't try and do too much with it.
1 out, 2 men on for the second baseman, number 6, Sam Baker.
Now the Red Sox have something cooking.
Two runners in scoring position for the second baseman, Sam Baker. Prattwood, Alabama product and a senior at Point University. As he'll foul ball straight back off the netting here at Curry Field.
So situations like this, obviously easier said than done, but infield is playing at normal depth. Corners look like they're about halfway. So he's trying to take the middle of the field.
Marriage foul like that ball? See Campers Consulting for serving your divorce documents.
As a batter, you just need to treat this just like any other at-bat. Don't worry about the guys in scoring position. Just worry about what the pitcher's going to give to you. Just take it one pitch at a time. Ooh, that'll get him. That'll load the bases up here in the bottom of the second.
Those don't feel good. This weather, rainy and cold. Baker will need a second.
Number 7, Matthew Fox.
Bases loaded here for Matthew Fox. That ball's inside. Now Fox is a product of Huntington Beach, California, and a freshman at Golden West Community College. It's another ball inside, 2-0 is the count.
So now Fox can really sit a spot, hunt the pitch that he's most comfortable with.
Has to lift a ball sky high. Shortstop goes back. Left field will call her off. Get the out. Ooh, that takes a weird hop, but it won't get far enough for Bender to come in to score.
The infamous Curry infield lips.
Back to the top of the order for the Red Sox at the plate, number 10, Jordan Packer.
I think that's something we're going to see a lot of today with the wet infield, the moist clay. The balls will be bouncing stranger than they normally do.
Big money situation here. Runners in scoring position, 2 outs.
Not the situation Matthew McKenzie and the Sylvan Lake Gulls wanted to be in this second inning. And that ball will get through. That'll drive in one. That'll drive in two, but third out is made at third base.
Good piece of hitting from Tucker there. Those are not easy situations to hit in. 2 outs runner in scoring position. Really presents kind of a crux in the game.
2 runs on 3 hits. There were no errors.
And those are why guys get paid the big bucks on TV.
2-0 after 2.
Regina puts up 2 runs in that second inning. We'll move to the third after this short break on FloCollege.
Call the pros of Regina Plumbing and Heating to Boulder install. They sell quality units at a fair price. The top half of the third inning brought to you by Gulls Coors. Gulls celebrating 20 years of domestic beer. To the Red Sox.
All right, Red Sox fans, I'm back in the stands with how many having a good time tonight? There we go. Okay, so we're gonna play a song called, or we're gonna play a game, sorry, called Name That Tune. We're gonna play a song for you. We're only gonna play 5 seconds of the song. You gotta tell me what the song is. Are you ready? All right, let's hear it, DJ. Okay, what song was that? That was Shake It Off by Cannon Swing. Congratulations, you're going home with a Regina Red Sox prize pack. Let's give it up for over here.
At the plate, the shortstop number 7, Jaden Flores.
Welcome back to Curry Field on this cloudy Sunday morning. Nice breaking ball in there by the pitcher to get the first strike of the inning.
I had a coach years ago tell me that some of the most important defensive innings you would have were after you'd scored
Ground ball hit to
runs.
the second baseman. He'll toss it over for an easy out.
Mostly because they're momentum builders within the game. And so putting up runs gets the momentum on your side. And then putting an immediate, quick defensive inning out there extinguishes any kind of momentum swing, and it permanently stays on your side.
Batting now is the catcher, Trip Ray, from Memphis, Tennessee, and a freshman at Southwest Tennessee Community College. That'll come in for a strike, and the count will move to 2-1 here.
Sharp slider there from Langford.
Looked like he tried for that exact same pitch, but the ump wasn't having it. 3-1 is the count. Big hacker there by Ray. Full count is where we stand. Pitches in there for a strikeout looking.
And I love that sequence. You go to the well 3 times with the slider. The 3-1 count, it's not really what the hitter is hunting there. And then the 3-2 frees him with a fastball.
Now we have the Jimmy Pelletier, the second baseman today. He's a Canadian from Montreal, Quebec, but he's a sophomore at the University of San Francisco. That pitch is high, and the Curry Field crowd doesn't like the call there made by the home plate umpire. That ball is grounded to the third baseman. Throw was made in time. Red Sox get out of that inning.
Nice little play by Bender there. It's a tough hop, top spin.
We go to the bottom of the third.
Quick work made by the Red Sox defense. We move to the bottom of the third here at Curry Field. We'll be back after this short break on FloCollege.
Numbers are brought to you by Uniform Local 594. Safety is our business. Refinery Workers putting the care in career since 1942. Proud sponsor of the Red Sox. If you have these numbers on your card, you can scratch them off. 5, 6, 7, 11, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 24, and 26. If all 9 numbers in your playback grid have occurred during today's game, please take the card to the official storekeeper for verification immediately. The first game card of all 9 numbers will be awarded a prize.
Welcome back to Curry Field on this cloudy Sunday morning.
Leading it off for the Red Sox in the bottom of the third, the catcher, number 21,
Sylvan Lake pitchers Matthew McKenzie will step in for his third inning of work. He's a righty from Vaughan, Nova Scotia, and a sophomore at Colby Community College. Corey makes contact with that, but he'll foul that way back and outside of Curry Field.
Good spot there from McKenzie. You live on the outer half for 3 pitches, and then you kind of front door him a little bit.
Foul ball there as this battle will continue. 2-2 count is where we stand. Hard hit foul ball over to the party deck over there. Fortunately, doesn't look like there's many partiers over there on this Sunday morning.
The lone guy out there. I like it.
That ball is outside. And McKenzie thought he had him there. We'll go to a full count. Here comes the pitch. Ball hit up the middle. That'll be a single to start off the inning here for the Red Sox.
Yeah, good approach there from Kalura. Kind of had an idea of what McKenzie was trying to do that whole at-bat. Kind of stayed with it, sat long, drove it back up the middle.
Now we'll see the ever dangerous Jackson Searing here, looking to advance the runner over, maybe drive him in. He'll look for a bunt, and then a throw will be made to first, not in time.
We'll see if that's a hairbringer of things to come, or if he's just trying to draw a third baseman in a little bit.
He'll swing at that one, but it'll be a foul backwards. He'll hit a ball out. Diving catch. No, not made. Escora doesn't know what the call was, but he'll be safe at second. The right fielder saying he caught it. And there's an argument being made by the two middle infielders with the third base umpire. Here come the third base coach over to have a discussion. I couldn't quite tell. Did he catch that ball?
Yeah, it's tough to see from where we are. You know, he came up throwing, but difficult to tell if he was coming up throwing for a double play because he dove and caught it, or if he was coming up throwing because he didn't want the runner to go to third. I wouldn't be able to tell you if he caught that.
Umps will come together to make a decision on this. They'll call him safe. But if that catch was made, that is highlight reel material there, but unfortunately not meant to be today.
Yeah, that's a great effort in right field. But as it stands now, the Red Sox are threatening. First and second, nobody out.
Seward will dig in for the 0-1 pitch. Foul that off, and it'll go down 0-2 here. That's a hard hit ball, but that will be fouled off into the parking lot. Still 0-2 here. Kenzie deals. Down low outside for the first ball of this at bat. We'll go to 1-2.
Yeah, it's up in the count. As a pitcher, you kind of want to move a hitter's feet a little bit, change his eye level a little bit. You don't really want to waste pitches, but you don't want it hittable, if that makes sense.
That ball's hit right up the middle. Both infielders will dive for that, but they can't get it, and that'll drive in a run. 3-0 ball game.
Good piece of hitting there by Seward. You got to pull his hands inside and kind of drive it up the middle just enough out of the reach of the middle infield for Sylvan Lake.
Ball hit right to an area where neither infielder could get to it. However, they did both try to make a diving play at it.
Kind of one of those base hits where you couldn't throw it any better if you tried.
Bender will wave at that breaking ball. Strike one. Take a hack at another one. Strike 2. I think he's looking for another breaking ball to sit him down 1, 2, 3 there.
Yeah, typically you'd throw that third one so that it's finishing in the left-handed batter's box, so that even if Bender does get a good read on it, a good swing, he can't really do much with it.
He'll make contact with that. 1.
Everybody clap your hands.
Here's the 1-2. Another foul ball. Has that been 5 breaking balls in a row here now?
I think so. It's kind of tough to tell what the 2 really was, but Bender hasn't really gotten a whole lot to hit this at bat.
Just as we say that, a fastball blows by Bender for the strikeout.
Not plate. The designated hitter, number 5, Shade White.
1 out here now for the DH today.
And, you know, sometimes the other guy does a really good job, and as they say in the big leagues, the other guy gets paid too. Sometimes you have to tip your cap.
Runner goes to third. No throw will be made. Runners on the corner here. The 1 out in the bottom of the third. Right'll swing and miss at that one for the first strike of the at-bat. 1-1. McKenzie was not happy with that call. But it is, I've seen it is very hard to change the umpire's mind. Foul ball. Count is even at 2-2 here for Wright with a man in scoring position. Take a hack at that one, but it's fouled back towards the concession stand. And I think it went off the roof there.
A big at bat here if you're a Red Sox fan. Base hit scores kind of allows them to pull away a little bit more.
That ball's fouled back. Ooh, as that'll go off the railing there.
And if you're a Sylvan Lake fan, if you can strand these runners here and get out of this half inning, it leaves yourself still within striking distance.
It's a big moment, especially considering this is only a 7-inning game. There's not much more time for Sylvan to get back in this if Regina scores a couple. Another foul ball. We'll stay at 2-2. That ball's high.
Good at bat here by Wright, regardless of the outcome. seeing the ball well, battling, fouling pitches off, seeing pitches deep.
I'll push it to a full count here. As the ball's hit through the gap there on the left side of the infield, that'll drive in another run for Regina.
Yeah, cherry on top there for Wright, like we just talked about. It was good at bat. Either way of what happened, he was able to yank something into left field there. 2-strike RBI.
Here comes the coach out for a little mound meeting. I believe I do see a little bit of action in the Gulls bullpen, but it doesn't look like anyone's getting ready to go in right at this moment.
Watching the Red Sox today, just a reminder, this is a doubleheader. This game will only be 7 innings in length, and then we hopefully can get in the second half of the doubleheader.
To give you an idea of how much rain we've had in Regina the last 24 hours, Sylvan Lake has actually reversed the direction of their bullpen because of how wet and muddy it is. Don't see that too often.
Yeah, I believe I see a tarp over there, right where the bullpen catcher would usually sit. Here comes Raphael Jackson with men on first and second. As he'll hit that out to center field. Catch is made. No one will move. Here's the California kid, Matthew Fox, at the plate here. Excuse me, that is Sam Baker.
Curry faithful didn't like that one.
That ball is drove out to right field. He'll get under it and make the catch for the third out of the inning.
You know, give McKenzie a little bit of credit here. He's had some innings where this could have been some really ugly, crooked numbers against him, and he's found a way to limit damage somewhat.
We'll move to the top of the fourth here. Regina is up 4-0. We'll be back after the short break on FloCollege.
Charlie, you go to a lot of Red Sox games. Are you enjoying this one? Yes. That's what we like to hear. So, Charlie, we're going to play 2 truths and 1 lie. I'm going to give you 3,000
That ball is drove out to left center. As he'll start off this inning with a single.
Now playing the right fielder, number 38, Simon Baker.
Now will step in the right fielder, Simon Baker. Runner on first in this fourth inning. Ball's outside, 1-0. Another ball outside, 2-0. Time is called. It looks like the batter got something in his eye. Fish that out. Step back in for the 2-0 pitch. Takeoff move made over, but the runner will get back in time. Another pickoff mood. Two knows a count. Here's a pitch. I guess in there for the first strike of the at bat here. Ground ball hit. Diving play by the shortstop, but he'll only block it as he won't get the runner at second in time.
Good range by Fox there. Difficult play.
Can't really complain about not getting the out there, as it could have been a lot worse if that ball got past him there.
No, as a pitcher there, you're just happy that he's able to show that range and maybe give you a chance at an out there. If anything, he would have been stealing a base hit from the guy.
Runners on first and second here now for Bryce Turner. He'll miss that breaking ball. It'll even the count up at 1-1.
Another important moment in the game. It's the Sylvan Lake's best opportunity thus far to score runs.
Another breaking ball, but that'll be a called strike here. Another breaking ball thrown, but that'll be a ball to even count up at 2-2. Langford deals. Foul ball hit towards the Gulls dugout. But one of the players on the bench will make the play. Ball hit towards the third baseman for the first out, and he'll hit it over to first. Double play.
Nice little play by Bender, and great execution from Langford there. can't underscore how important that outcome is if you're a Red Sox fan. First sign of trouble, you find a way to get yourself out of it. Now the big thing here is the inning's not over, and you want to leave Sylvan Lake with nothing here. So now's the time to dial back in.
Very important play made there for the Red Sox to get a little bit out of danger, but still only 2 out. Still a chance for Sylvan Lakes to put one on the board with a runner on second. That ball will drop in low for ball number 2. Red Sox will fall down to 3-0 in this count. 4-pitch walk for the DH.
And this isn't the worst outcome. You know, you have a left-handed hitter, 4-hole, you have a base open, you fall down early. What you don't want to do is give in. You give him a good pitch to hit just because you're down the count. Got a right-handed hitter on deck. Now you can go righty-righty matchup.
I am seeing a little bit of movement in the Red Sox bullpen. Looks like it's the right-hander, number 38, Calvin Shepard, getting loose.
And the biggest thing for the righty-righty matchup is it just gives Langford's slider a little more difficulty to hit. It's now instead of breaking in to a lefty, it's breaking away as a right-handed hitter.
Ball foul. That'll go just behind the Red Sox dugout, out of play.
Don't think about beer. Don't think about beer.
0-2
Don't
count
think about beer.
here. Langford with a chance to get out of this inning. Pitch is made, but it's outside. Ball 1 moves the count, 1-2. Ball is popped up. Catcher will get under that.
And there's that slider at work. All right, so even though you're increasing the amount of hitters you're seeing in a half inning, gives you a better matchup, you feel a little bit better or a little more comfortable, you get the outcome you want.
Red Sox still lead by 4 here as we move to the bottom of the 4th. We'll take a short little break here, but we'll be back here at Curry Field. You're watching FloCollege.
Brought to you by Wiltec Industries. Wiltec Industries, your Saskatchewan owned hydraulic specialist with 24-hour on-call service and support. The bottom of the 4th inning is brought to you by Starlight Dental, the official dental office of the Red Sox. Fans, remember, foul balls are property of the Red Sox. We ask you kindly return them to the beer shack. Doing so will earn you $2.
and is a senior at Texas Southern University. He's looking to try and limit the damage that the Red Sox can cause here and give the Gulls a chance to get back in this ball game.
At the plate for the Red Sox, the shortstop, number 7, Matthew Fox.
Digging in for the Red Sox is the shortstop, Matthew Fox. Check swing there, but he didn't knuckle around. That'll be ball 1. Ball drove out to left field. That'll bounce off the warning track. And that'll be a stand-up double for Matthew Fox.
About as good of a start as you could ask for if you're a Red Sox fan.
Now we have the center fielder up to bat with a runner at second. Does that ball get away from the Gulls catcher? But not far enough for the runner to move out of the third. That ball bounce in for ball number 2. Ball 3 there. Early 3-0 count here. Four-pitch walk there for Tucker. So he'll make his way over to first.
And Tavares is making a motion to the Sylvan Lake dugout. I don't know if there's an issue that he's having. If he's unhappy with the mound.
Looks like it's just a mound visit here, as I'm not seeing any relievers making their way over.
It almost kind of looked like one of those unintentional, intentional walks. To get a forced play at all 3 bases, double play opportunity.
Here's the catcher with a chance to drive a runner in. Called strike, as that'll draw a couple jeers from the Curry Field crowd here. Another strike called on about the exact same spot there. 0-2's the count. Here's a pitch. Outside. 1-2 we will move to.
Tavares nibbling on that outside corner.
Tiberius has attacked that outside a couple times, but will decide to go a little more inside for that ball that's fouled off.
First time ever.
Count is even at 2-2 with runners on first and second. Tiberius will deal. Outside, full count.
Very much staying on the outer third here to Kalura. And to see if it's a little bit of gamesmanship, try and freeze them late inside with the fastball, or if the idea is just to stay away.
That ball will bounce away as that'll be a walk here to load the bases.
And Searing has a chance to blow this game open now.
At the plate, number 12, Jackson Searing.
In steps Jackson Steering with a chance to put this game out of reach. He has power, he has the ability to do it. But will we see that today? Let's find out. Nice breaking ball thrown there, but it'll be a little low for ball.
Searing has the ability to just hunt his pitch out over the plate now.
Steering will smoke that ball over to the shortstop, but he'll bobble it. Throw it over. As it's thrown away, and Steering will drive in a run to push the lead to 5-0.
At the plate, the first baseman, number 44, Sylvan.
Now batting will be the first baseman with a chance to throw another couple runs up on the board here for the Red Sox. As he'll drive a ball over to right field. That'll drive in another run for the Red Sox. There'll be an RBI single there for Seward.
Yeah, just kind of deposits something into right field. Off the end of the bat a little bit. But you're trying to hit them where they ain't.
At the plate, the third baseman, number 19, Riley Bender.
I see a right-hander warming up in the Gulls bullpen. I'll have to keep an eye on that as the Gulls find themselves in a bit of a pickle with the bases loaded and no out. That'll take a weird hop over to short, but it'll be 2 double play. An RBI double play.
Tavares helps himself out of there a little bit. 6-4-3 double play. But the Red Sox are starting to pull away.
That ball smoked up the middle. That'll drive in the 8th run of the ball game here for Regina. Here's the coach out for a mound visit.
I believe that will be all for Tavares.
That's all it wrote.
As the Red Sox have blown this one open now.
And like I said at the start of the inning, Tavares was brought in to try and limit the damage that the Red Sox could do. Unfortunately, he was unable to do that as Regina will drive in 4. But there's only one man on with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. We'll take a short break here as the right-hander warms up. You're watching FloCollege.
Now pitching for the Sylvan Gulls, number 45, Noah Ortiz.
Rain bugs are coming in here. The right side.
Oh yeah, they are.
West.
Welcome back to Crew Field for the first game of this Sunday doubleheader between the Regina Red Sox and the Sylvan Lake Gulls. Regina has blown this game wide open in the bottom of this 4th inning, and Sylvan has made a pitching change. Now on the mound for Sylvan Lake is number 45 right-handed pitcher Noah Bourgois, standing on at 6'1", 205 pounds, Canadian kid, a product of Surrey, British Columbia, and a sophomore at Cloud County Community College. Jackson will take a big whack at that one, but he comes up empty. 0-1 is where we stand. That ball's hit up the middle, and the shortstop makes a jump at it, but he can't come down with it.
Good little piece of hitting there from Jackson. Shortstop actually almost made a great play.
Now batting for the Red Sox, the second baseman, number 6, Sam Baker.
Nice attempt made there by their shortstop, Gene Flores. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to come down with it. Another big swing and miss by the Red Sox. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. That's inside for ball number 1.
Big hole in the right side of the field there for Baker.
He'll hit a ball, hard hit ball, but that's fouled backward towards the parking lot. Now that seems to be where the Red Sox have done a lot of their damages, in that left side of the infield. Just finding gaps and being able to put the balls into the outfield.
Yeah, they did a really good job staying kind of up the middle, over the shortstop and over the second baseman within those general areas.
Baker's looking to do the same here. The count stands at 2-2. Here comes the pitch. Hit the ball over to the left side. play made by the third base, and that'll be the third out of the inning.
It's actually a tough play for the third baseman there here at Curry Field. A little bit of a Baltimore chop. You got a kid on the short hop, throwing the run. It's a nice little play.
We'll go towards the fifth inning. Regina is up 8-0 here. We'll take a short break, but we'll be right back here on FloCollege.
What is the temperature? I'm freezing.
I see 12 feels like 11.
It feels like 1.
All right, we've got some Red Sox parents in the house tonight. So over down by the dugout, we have the parents of Matthew Fox. Let's give it up for them. They came all the way from California, and joining with me on the ground here is Grace, the mother of Nick Yard. So Grace, where'd you come from, and how long did it take you to get here?
Colorado, I drove to Sylvan.
My gosh, a long drive for sure. And how much were you saying?
Yeah, it looks like 1:30, 2 o'clock we're supposed to get hit with some water rain.
Wonderful. Okay, so before you go, since you're going to be here for today's games, can we get big Go Sox go for our boys out there? Go Sox go! Wonderful. Let's give it up for our Red Sox parents here tonight.
Fans, the next home game for the Red Sox will be on Tuesday night. The Saskatchewan Berries will make their first appearance of the season at Curry Field. Game time scheduled for 7 o'clock. Hope to see you out here on Tuesday. The top of the fifth inning is brought to you by Microwave, the proud partner of the Red Sox. A cybersecurity incident can happen just like that.
Welcome back to Curry Field as we move to the top of the fifth inning here in the first game of this doubleheader. Regina is up 8-0 here, and Sylvan Lake is looking to make their way back into this ball game. But unfortunately, there's not much time for that, as this is only a 7-inning game.
Yeah, and the Red Sox have a little bit of a cushion to work with now. So you'd really like to see their pitching staff attack the zone.
Now, you'd like to say that 8-0 is an insurmountable lead, but crazier things have happened, especially in this crazy sport of baseball, as that ball's hit over to second. Play made over to first for out number 1.
Yeah, you still got to play the game. You don't take anything for granted. Right, the team on the other side is full of athletes and competitors as well, so they're not going to roll over. Still have to do your job.
The shortstop, number 7, James Flores.
Pitcher couldn't grab a hold of that one, as that'll hit into the shortstop, but luckily, the home plate umpire has plenty of balls left to spare. Big swing and miss there by Jaden Flores, as he'll fall down to 1-2 here.
Yeah, this is exactly what you want to see if you're Red Sox coaching staff out of Langford.
Check swing, foul ball there. Shortstop will get another chance here. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. That'll be outside to even the count up at 2-2. Ooh, that ball will get him. That's not going to feel good on this cold Sunday afternoon.
I think he got dotted up right on that elbow guard.
He'll make his way over to first and try and shake that one off.
At the plate, Trick Ray.
Catcher digs in now as he watches out first ball go by. Crowd here at Curry Field does not like that call. But unfortunately, no matter how much complaining you do, the umpire isn't going to change his mind.
Not in my experience, no.
As that ball's drove out to left field. That'll be caught just before the warning track for the second out of the top of the fifth inning.
Yeah, Ray put a pretty good charge into that. Curry Field is a sneaky large ballpark, though. So ball well hit, might have gone out in other parks. And Curry Field is a routine flyout.
That ball was hit probably about 400 feet, but unfortunately that center field wall is 409. As the runner will go, safe as a call. As he'll step off and we'll try this one again. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the fifth inning. Called strike for the first strike of this at bat, even it up at 1-1. Check swing, hit over to the first base. And that'll end the top of the inning.
Good old PFP.
No runs on, no hits, there were no errors, 1 man left on base.
Not the type of hit they were looking for, but that'll be the third out. We'll go to the bottom of the fifth inning here. You're watching Western Canadian Baseball League action on FloCollege. That's okay.
Safety is our business. Refinery workers putting the care in career since 1984.
I'll just finish it.
If you are playing in this first game of the doubleheader, you can scratch off the numbers 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 15,
Yeah, all the way to next Friday.
17,
Kids will be done Mondays, their last final.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, like tomorrow.
I lost track of even the date. What is it? June
22nd, 23rd?
22nd.
22nd?
You take a card from the official scorekeeper for verification immediately. The first game card with all line numbers.
Yeah, grad is Tuesday, and then it's just like teacher planning days and scheduling and all that kind of stuff.
I was teasing Ben the other day. I said, so Ben, you're in what, grade 5? And he goes, yeah. And I said, yeah, that was the toughest 3 years of my life. And he just looks at me like, you don't get it.
Yeah.
So Michael goes, he doesn't get it, Dad. And I said, no. So it's as tough as me. And he goes, well, I wouldn't say
Welcome back to Curry Field for game one of this Sunday doubleheader. The Red Sox have a huge 8-0 lead here in the bottom of this fifth inning. They're looking to extend this lead here.
Yeah, combination of timely hitting and Langford cruising has put the Red Sox in the driver's seat.
There's another ball inside as the count will move to 3-0. Ball number 4 is inside, and Fox will draw a 4-pitch walk.
Back to the top of the order. At the plate, number 10, Jordan Tucker.
He'll tack that inside again, but it'll get called for a strike. Second call strike here as Tucker falls down 0-2 here. So hit that ball over towards the gap. Shortstop will get it, but the throw won't be made in time.
Tough play. Tucker can run. Ball's hit deep into the 6th hole. That's tough play for the shortstop.
Now batting, the catcher, number 21, Jaden Tawara.
I do see a right-handed pitcher warming up in the Gulls bullpen. Have to keep an eye on that, especially as the bases start to get full here.
The next one is a 7 as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're both 7.
Ball will be hit over to second for out number 1. But he can't get the second out as the first baseman drops it there. We have runners on the corners here with 1 out here, the bottom 5. In comes the power hitting Jackson Searing.
At the plate, number 12, Jackson Searing.
Tough play for the first baseman. Probably a double play you'd like to see turned if you're Sylvan Lake.
Fortunately, he wasn't able to scoop that one. But they will get the 1 out at second as the pickoff move's made over there. Another strike called on the inside there. He's really been attacking that inside part of the zone. We'll see if he does it again here with the 2-2 pitch coming up. Another pickoff move made there, but the runner will get back in time. 2-2 pitch on the way. Big swing and a miss as they'll get the strikeout here for the second out of the inning.
Bourgeois seems to have a little bit of late run on his fastball. At times as a hitter that can kind of tie you up.
That ball is a little high for the first ball of this at bat. Two out count here for the first baseman. That'll be called strike to move the count to 2-1. Another called strike to even the count up at 2-2.
He certainly has the ability to hit that spot, seemingly on command.
He's been attacking the inside of the zone all inning. We'll see if he does it again. So that ball's hit over to third baseman. Throw over to first. In time.
He was able to get himself out of trouble there. Put up a 0 for his team.
Bulls will get out of the fifth inning without any damage done on the scoreboard. As we'll move to the sixth inning. You're watching WCBL action on FloCollege.
2 minutes left on base. We go to the top of the sixth. It's 89-0.
We get this one in and we tarp and we sit it out for an hour and keep going till we're done.
Ends the bottom of the fifth inning by the Saskatchewans. For the 50 years, Saskatchewan has been the main fundraiser for more than 12,000 sport, culture, and recreation groups and communities across the province.
Welcome back to Curry Field for the start of the sixth inning here in game one of a doubleheader between the visiting Sylvan Gulls and the hometown Regina Red Sox. Regina has a commanding 8-0 lead here as they try and shut down the Sylvan Gulls for another inning. Now, what would you say has been the key here so far for Regina's dominance so far?
It just comes down to timely hitting. You know, they've done well with runners in scoring position. It seemed like they've threatened for almost every inning. They found a way to scratch a couple of crooked numbers around. And then Langford has been dialed in. You know, he hasn't given up a whole lot. Sylvan Lake has had one runner in scoring position to date. He's commanded both sides of the zone, and his slider's been exceptionally sharp to right-handed hitters.
Langford will step in for a sixth inning of work here, as I'll get a call strike here to start off the inning. That ball's hit right back to him, but he'll glove it and underhand it over to the first base for the first out of the inning.
And it kind of comes back to what we talked about at the start of the game. You know, Sylvan Lake is on their third arm, and Regina is still using their starting pitcher. So it just keeps your bullpen a lot more fresh for that second half of the doubleheader.
Not really seeing any action in that Regina bullpen, so Red Sox are hoping that Langford can keep cruising and get them through this game.
Yeah, if you can, you don't need to use anyone at this point. Other than if Langford hits a predetermined pitch count limit.
That ball will be fouled off and we'll stay at 0-2 here. However, there is a righty warming up in the Sylvan Lake bullpen. I'll have to watch if he comes in to work here. As there's a swinging strike for the strikeout here.
Playing the first baseman, Bryce Turner.
That ball will be hit over to the third base. Fielded cleanly, thrown over. Out is made.
Langford is having himself an outing today. This is about as good as you can ask for from a starting pitcher.
We'll move to the bottom of the sixth here in Regina. As Regina looks to extend their lead, we'll stretch here as we'll head to a break here on FloCollege.
Live rendition.
Now pitching for the Sylvan Lake Gulls, number 23, Cam Diaz. This pitch is brought to you by Mr. Lou. Are you in?
Welcome back to WCBL action here on FloCollege. We're in the bottom of the sixth here in this seven inning game here between the Regina Red Sox and the Sylvan Lake Gulls. New arm here on the mound for the Gulls. Number 23, Cam Diaz, the right-handed pitcher from La Mesa, Texas, as a junior at Sam Houston College. I hope he can throw better than whoever was singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" as there's a drive. Deep out to right field, but that'll be caught for out number one in the inning.
Just catching strays.
Quick first out here. We'll see if he can continue that. Another ball called as it'll move the count to 2-0 here. That ball will be hit right up the middle, but the shortstop will grab it and be in time for the second out of this inning.
Nice play by Flores there. Showing good range, going to his left, splitting his feet and throwing.
That's a spot where the Red Sox have done a lot of damage, but this time around, the Gulls defense will be able to grab it and get the out.
I think Wright specifically has been up there 2 or 3 times.
That ball's low inside as he'll step away to recompose himself. Hard hit right over the head of the pitcher into center field. That'll be a single for Raphael Jackson.
Regina just really wearing out the middle of the field here today.
The second baseman, number 6, Sam Baker.
We've said it, but that's where the vast majority of Regina's damages have been done in that left center field of the area. See if they can continue that. That ball will be skied up high. Third baseman will call everyone off and make the grab for out number 3.
Coming to the money half. We'll see if Langford can close this out himself and give everyone the much desired pitcher's batting practice for the shutout. Make himself a hero to the whole pitching staff.
Last chance coming up for the Sylvan Gulls. Looks like Kai Langford will be coming back. We'll bring you that action right after this short break. You're watching WCBL on FloCollege.
Yeah. Thought I heard somewhere it has to be 9, but I guess not.
Major League might be different.
Okay.
But I know, like, in college baseball, it counts as a CG because, like,
well, they never get 7 inning games. They're all scheduled for 9 in the Major League, right?
yeah.
So,
And, like,
and even if it's cut short, I don't think he gets credit for a complete game.
yeah.
Okay.
So I know, like, college baseball, especially NAI, will have scheduled 7-inning games. Even if it's not even a makeup game, it's like a pre-scheduled 7-inning game. So I think if you look at, like, LSU Shreveport's stat lines,
That's probably.
they have, like, crazy amounts of CGs. But I think it's because NAI has the preset 7-inning games.
Because if it's scheduled for 7, you go 7. That's complete game.
Yeah.
Now pitch hitting for the Sylvan Gulls, number 35, Junior Garcia.
Welcome back to WCBL action here on FloCollege. Last chance here for the Sylvan Gulls to get back in this game. They have a pinch hitter here. Number 35, Junior Garcia. He's usually a catcher. He hails from Boise, Idaho, and is a junior at Whitworth University. He'll fall down 0-2 early. That's up high. to move the count to 1-2. Here comes the 1-2. Cut on and miss for a strikeout. Another strikeout for Kyle Langford.
Yeah, that's a great pitch. Microcosm of Langford's whole outing today.
Now playing for the Sylvan Gulls, number 4, Matthew Sylvan.
That breaking ball will miss outside for the first ball of this at bat. That ball is hard hit, but nice play, but not able to be brought in by the second base. As he'll get a 1-out single here in the top of the 7th.
Now playing for the Gulls, Brooks Watford.
I believe just the second base hit that Langford has given up today.
There haven't been many runners on. He's looking to continue that as that strike is called.
He's used both sides of the plate really well today, and for the most part, avoided barrels from the Sylvan Lake Gulls.
1-1 count. Langford will deal. That ball is fouled back to move the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And it hasn't been like a 10, 11, 12 strikeout game kind of dominance. It's just been pitchability. He's moved the ball around really well and forced weak contact and had his defense do the majority of the work for him.
That's exactly what he needed, is his defense to just make some nice plays, get some outs for him, not let any runners advance or come in to score.
Yeah, it's just having trust in the guys behind you, right? Not trying to do too much as a pitcher.
That ball's hit deep out to left field, and it'll drop foul. Red Sox got a lucky break there, as that could have been dangerous. But we'll do it again with a 2-2 count here. Beautiful breaking ball in for strike number 3, the second strikeout of this inning.
Yeah, you can see that slider is still working for Langford late in the game here. Backdoors Bachman a little bit there.
At plate, the shortstop, number 7, Gene Flores.
The Gulls are down to their last out in this game. But stepping up to the plate is the shortstop, number 7, Jaden Flores. As he'll hit that ball towards shortstop, he'll bobble it. So that'll be scored in air towards the shortstop.
Number 13, Trip Ray.
It was a tough play to make, but unfortunately he wasn't able to come with it. but we're still sitting at 2 outs here in the top of the 7th.
Everybody clap your hands.
Here comes the pitch. We hit over to second base. He'll grab it. Over to first. And that is the ball game.
Pitchers, batting practice.
No runs on 1 hit, 1 error, 2 men left on. Your final score on the first out.
Great outing from Langford today. You can see kind of the difference. Regina uses 1 pitcher. Sylvan Lake is forced to use 4. And we'll see if that becomes a storyline for game 2 here.
7-inning complete game for Kyle Langford. Exactly what Regina needed to get the W in game number 1 of this doubleheader. Any final thoughts here, Mitch?
No, I mean, if you're a Regina fan, that's about as well as you can draw up a win. Pitcher goes CG. Offense is timely, driving in runs. It's a well-played, comfortable kind of win. And if you're Sylvan Lake, you know, game 2, you want to see if you can jump out early, maybe flip the script a little bit and see if Regina can play from behind. Get into their bullpen a little bit as well, maybe return the favor.
Final score here at Curry Field. Regina Red Sox 8, Sylvan Lake Gulls 0. I'd like to thank everyone here for all their hard work. We'll take a short break here while we wait for everyone to get ready for game number 2 of this doubleheader. You've been watching Western Canadian Baseball League action on FloCollege.